Okay, hi guys, welcome. ASMR, Rubber Studios, in the studio talking to you. So what's been going on in my life? I'm sure you would like to know. Well, let me discuss what's been happening. So, we are not allowed to open up to the rest of the world in Western Australia, where I am. We were promised that if we hit a certain vaccination target, we would have an opening date of February the 5th. But because we have a spineless cocksucker as the Premier, he lied to everyone. It's annoying, to say the least, to be lied to like that. When you go out and the whole public has pretty much done what he asked of us. It's, what's the word they've been saying? They've moved the goalposts. According to the modelling and this Omicron variant, it's just sick of being treated like animals. And I know there's a whole lot about keeping the public safe. That's a good thing, but the thing about COVID is it's never going to go away. And the thing that it feels like here is that they're delaying the inevitable. Personally, I've had 3 vaccinations, and he mentioned in the press conference, this is our Premier, that 2 doses are 4% effective against the Omicron variant, which is absolutely fucking bullshit. Why? You probably have the same chance of survival as an unvaccinated person. This is the kind of shit that we have to deal with. And I do listen back to a lot of my stuff sometimes. And I do sound like a whining prick. But it's just, these are my opinions. And need something to talk about at least in these ASMR videos that seem to, I don't know if they help, if they're any good anymore. It's just the whole thing of ASMR seems redundant almost. But if it helps you, that's a good thing. But to me, well, it's good to get my thoughts out. But then again, I don't like being too personal about things, because it's really no one's business. I've just realized it from, I used to be really into it just, this thing, it takes a hold of you, and when you post stuff all the time, it's like an addiction, and you're just so full of yourself, and then you stop for a while and you realize what a pointless activity it is. I mean, if it helps some people, good, but on the whole, it's I've just realized by looking at Instagram and things like that, how narcissistic most people are. And it's just really off-putting. But you do become self-absorbed. And I felt that way for a while. But, yeah, whatever. You live and learn, you change as a person as well. I cringe at some of the stuff that I used to talk about and whinge about. It's like getting into petty arguments with people. What's the point, really? I was really affected in the news. I've been hearing a lot of these stories of late of children being murdered by their parents and stuff. It's just horrible, horrible news. I mean, what brings a person to do that? It's beyond me. They've seriously, for instance, there was a case last week, a really tragic story in the news about a young girl, 9 years old. She was murdered by a stepfather in New South Wales, I think, in the Blue Mountains, wherever that is. I won't go into the details, but it was a very tragic thing that happened. And there was another, just so horrible, and that this monster could, like, we don't know the full details, but it's just very shocking to hear about. And I know this is probably not what you want to hear about when listening to an ASMR video, but this is reality. This is what... There hasn't been much good news to focus on, really. The fact that most of us... Let me give you a perspective from what it's like living in WA. It's pretty much like a dictatorship at the moment. I mean, it's laughable that we're complaining about living in such a place when it's relatively peaceful and beautiful. There's no COVID cases at all. But it's being lied to by the politicians when they say they have a goal and we're all working towards it, and then at the last minute he calls a press conference and says, all that hard work you did was for nothing. We're still not ready. We've had 2 years to prepare our state to open for COVID. But, and you've given up your freedoms, and you've had to be vaccinated if you want to have any kind of normal life. You have to have this vaccine. And then we do get the vaccine, and then he's too much of a chicken shit to open up. I just don't like it's been 2 years. 2 years of people not being able to travel and see their loved ones. It's just not right. And it's just, we look at this guy, Mark McGowan is his name, and he's just so power hungry. One man shouldn't have. We elected this guy, and he's basically turned this place into his own inbred prison. I know it's this video is all my stuff. Everything I say is very tongue-in-cheek. I have a very sarcastic kind of sense of humor, very black sense of humor. But some of it I do mean, and the only way to process it and, laugh it off is to talk about it. Talking about it's good. And I haven't had many people to talk to about it, so I guess I'm talking to you about it. I'll keep these videos short and sweet. I don't want to ramble on too much because I do get very annoyed at videos on YouTube when you're trying to learn something or just get to the point. There's like 10 minutes of self-promotion and all that bullshit. I don't like fiddling around like that. I just, this is an ASMR video. I hope my voice is somewhat relaxing for you in this vocoder. Makes it a bit interesting, but it is so hot here. There's a heat wave of, it's been 40 degrees every day. But I guess you don't know how good you've got it until it goes. But yeah, that's my main crux at the moment. Is a collective species locked in a place. If not now, when will people be ready to introduce COVID into their lives? The rest of the world has learned to move on and live with it. We haven't even started to live with it. It's all been false starts, wearing masks because of like one case, going into lockdown because there's one fucking person with the sniffles. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I'm starting to see their views. I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all. I've been vaccinated 3 fucking times, and it's getting annoying. When they keep saying, "Oh, this vaccine is, you need another one." Like, how much is enough? And we still don't know where this virus came from. So, yeah.